Dear Sirs, the Russian Air Force has recently destroyed a bridge in the Kharkov province, which is suspected to have been used by the armed forces for military purposes, quoted from the Russian Defense Ministry, with a video recording the moment the bridge was destroyed. The Russian Aerospace Force conducted an airstrike on a bridge over the Oskon River in the Kupiansk region of the Ukrainian Kharkov province. The airstrike destroyed the bridge, which was used by the enemy for military purposes, according to the updated map from the Ukrainian deep state site. Russian units are approaching Kupiansk from the north, as one of their assaults is only 4 kilometers north of the town. Statistics from June 2022 to the end of last year show that the Ukrainian army has received at least 53 AHF Krab guns from a NATO member state, but a report published in April by the Dutch defense intelligence analysis website Hezbollah said that the Ukrainian army has lost at least 33 Krab guns in fighting with the Russian army. According to the Russian Ministry of Defense, the targets of the retaliatory strikes included Ukraine's UAV assembly facilities, training centers, and weapons repair facilities. RT channel on the evening of June 6, citing the Russian Ministry of Defense. Russia said its forces used drones and long-range precision-guided weapons to carry out large-scale strikes overnight on Ukraine's defense industrial facilities. Ukrainian officials also reported a series of missile and drone attacks in several cities, including the capital Kyiv as well as Lviv and Lusk on the morning of Friday, June 6. According to the Russian Ministry of Defense, the strikes included missiles launched from the air, sea, and land, as well as drones in response to terrorist acts recently by Kyiv. Last week, Moscow accused Ukraine of blowing up railway bridges in the Russian Federation, blocking passenger and freight trains, killing at least 7 people and injuring more than 20 others. The KF also carried out coordinated drone attacks on several Russian air bases, targeting long-range bombers capable of carrying nuclear weapons deployed in the north and far east of Russia. Moscow said most of the drones were intercepted, and the attacked aircraft were only damaged, not completely destroyed, as claimed by Ukraine. According to the Ministry of Defense, Russian Federation targets of the retaliatory attacks included design institutes, enterprises engaged in the production and repair of weapons and military equipment. Ukraine's armored equipment workshops attacked drone training centers as well as depots for weapons and military equipment. All designated targets were hit. The targets of the attack were achieved, the Russian Federation's Ministry of Defense said, according to Moscow. This was the 6th coordinated strike on Ukrainian military-related targets by the Russian Federation's forces since 31 last week, according to the department's announcement to Russia. The attacks hit Kyiv's defense industrial facilities, military airports, production facilities, storage and launching facilities for unmanned aerial vehicles, weapons depots, and gathering points of Ukrainian military units, international contract soldiers. Moscow launched fire on the Kyiv capital on the morning of June 6, following recent Ukrainian raids on Russian territory. In a telegram on June 6, the Ukrainian Air Force said Russian ballistic missiles and drones were launched toward Ukraine from several directions. Kyiv City Military Administration head Timotachenko confirmed fires caused by falling drone debris. Kyiv officials said drones were approaching the city in waves, and air defense units were trying to repel them. Tashchenko then went on to warn of the risk of ballistic missiles being deployed against the Kyiv capital. Ukraine drone attacks were recorded on buildings across the Kyiv capital as Ukraine tried to repel Russian attacks. Witnesses said a series of explosions and at least one large explosion were recorded. At a site hit by a drone attack, Mr. Tashchenko accused Russia of attacking residential areas with drones and said a high-rise building in the Kyiv's Solomyansky district had been badly damaged. Mr. Tashchenko confirmed that the drone had hit the upper floors of a high-rise apartment building and caused a fire in the Donetsk district in the east of the city, where he said there could be an emergency power outage. According to the official Kyiv, drone debris was found in 3 districts. One channel Unofficial. Telegram said a shopping mall in the area had caught fire. Kiev Vital Glitko Market also reported fires in the Holosinsky and Donetsk districts of the Ukrainian capital. Ukraine's air defense units were activated in the area, Ulon area of K Market Glitko. Announced on Telegram in the early morning of the month, KF Market sent a notice to the people. The attack on the capital is still ongoing. To stay in the bunker, officials said details of the damage and casualties after the attacks are being gathered. According to reports, the raid on the lecture morning of 6 June is considered a Russian counterattack after a series of attacks by Ukraine and Russian territory. The Russian and Ukrainian response came days after Ukrainian security forces conducted a series of daring large-scale drone attacks deep inside Russian territory. As of 1 June, Ukrainian Security Service (SPU) confirmed the successful implementation of the spiderweb operation on 5 air bases where strategic bombers are stationed deep inside Russian territory. The operation was prepared for over 18 months, involving 117 drones secretly introduced into Russia and approaching strategic bases. Kiev confirmed the attack destroyed or damaged 41 Russian military aircraft, including Tu-95 Tu-22 and A-50, damage estimated to be up to $7 billion.